biology, it's all interrelated. So in conclusion and summary, here's something for you to think about. This is my quote. One does not need to believe in reincarnation to explain why many people, many of you, feel that you have had ancient memories, lucid flashbacks to age-old events, or even divine callings. These experiences, theoretically associated with ancient ancestral memories, may be transmitted through hydroelectrified DNA. This hypothesis is supported by everything we've talked about, by the recent advances in electrogenetics, structured water science. Given the liquid crystal protein nanotechnology of humanity, measurable cell membrane frequency capacitance, bioenergetic transmissions and communication network within your being, and even the phantom DNA effect through subspace. These experiences are all likely facilitated by DNA clustered water nucleosome resonances. That is, for me, as a scientist, as a scientific investigator, a better explanation for some of these interesting past life reincarnation theologies. As waves now of the spiritual renaissance crash ashore to uplift humanity, behavior will be increasingly influenced. Those resonating in harmony with this revolutionary energy of enhanced planetary consciousness will be increasingly blessed and spiritually enlivened. Human dissidents or dissonance, opposing or neglecting this incredible force, will implode from the blocked energy to their hearts. Aliens, however, may be immune to this risk and survive this change in the energy matrix of our planet. It's about choosing to make a difference with this knowledge. Conscious choice-making consistent with good versus evil intentions will be made more often, to most consistently, by our world. This sociocultural trend and psycho-spiritual dynamic threatens, however, the status quo of alien controllers. Civil pathogens they are, or social terrorists, you can call them either, by the reason of their insanity and outmoded lust for power and control. It's very threatening. It is the essential, most threatening thing, and that's why the Department of Energy focuses on DNA and the electromagnetics of genetic expression, which is the electromagnetics of spirituality. Further implications to humanity. Given these metaphysical spiritual risks to alien antagonists' control, their survival depends on manipulating human deficiency needs as advanced by Maslow, including threats to basic physiological needs for food, water, and air. Again, look who is modifying our foods, mutating it, intoxicating it. Look at what they're doing to the water and the cost of the water. The basic physiological needs now are being controlled like never before. Look at what they're doing to our air. What about safety and shelter needs, our homes, the mass of multinational corporation plunder of our real estate? We don't own those things. We probably never have. Even if you've paid your mortgage off completely, read the fine print in the system of injustice. The deficiency needs of love and belonging, the British invasion, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the questioning the authority, the questioning of the traditions, the breakup of the American family, the Hillary Clinton et al. Children's rights agenda, so that now you don't vaccinate and you get your social services department come knocking at your door to take your children away. Where's the love? Where's the belonging of that? The self-esteem needs. You want your immune system to work, then you have to empower it with the ultimate understanding of who you are, not as a human being, but as a superhuman being. How can your immune system tell the difference? Here's the metaphor. How can your immune system, which tells the difference between self and non-self, destroys that which is non-self, nurtures that what is self, how can it tell the difference between self and non-self and function if you don't know who you are as a holy child of the Creator? if you don't know your true worth, your true identity, your capacity, your glory, your intelligence, your worthiness of having all the greatest blessings that the universe can provide, if you don't know that and you don't grasp that 100%, how can you expect your miraculous, energetically functioning immune system to do its work? And that's why my grandfather lived. When they autopsied his body, as I told you in the DNA, in the Emerging Viruses video, they couldn't understand how my grandfather lived for the last 20 years. Every bone, muscle, and organ throughout his body was riddled with cancer. What kept him going was the desire for spiritual service and the link to the Creator. So that's the self-esteem that we're talking about. You look at all the pathology in society, the drug abuse, the dysfunctional families. It all stems from the same thing, not recognizing in each other our brotherhood and our sisterhood, our divinity, our co-creatorship. Further implications, the current socio-political and economic trends, particularly evident in the United States under the Bush administration, strongly evidences evil manipulations, and thus provides ample support for the pathognomonic diagnosis of an alien threat, an alien conspiracy against humanity, and psycho-spiritual warfare. The theory that the power of evil pales by comparison with that of good is increasingly supported by these revelations. Obviously, there is an organizing source that determined the laws for the energetic movement and evolution of life and the macrocosm. Grasping this great truth, the truth about our DNA and divinity, the electrogenetics and the universal consciousness, following simple mathematically governed divine laws as they do, then once you have this, you graduate. You graduate from the school of hard knocks. You get it right. It's the same as getting off the karmic wheel of death and rebirth. It assures humanity by choice spiritual evolution to become fully human and certainly not inhuman or alien. So the core problem, this great likelihood of humanity's mass spiritual transformation represents the greatest risk or liability to the aliens, extraterrestrials, or simply dysfunctional, spiritually handicapped humanoids. The European oligarchy that historically engaged this world in wars, genocides, and disasters now controls the genetics industry. Hardware and software for electrogenetic devolution has been activated from space and communications networks by global operatives under several guises, including social progress, public health, homeland security, and the Strategic Defense Initiative. The only solution that we have is choosing to sing a new song. You hold the choice over living a lethal lie, resulting in a shallow and enslaved existence, or celebrating the greater truth about the sacredness of your spirit, your genetics, your divine connection, and your ability to uniquely contribute to humanity at this critical time. It is time for a new song. Increasingly, you will see families with these shared interests and values and resources and knowledge. They will develop, as we are doing in Hawaii and many of you are doing in your places, your wonderful locations, to develop spiritually your survival communities. And many will thrive as models for sociocultural normalization and superhuman spiritual evolution. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Len. Fact-filled, inspiring, hopeful. Let's take a quick break. We're going to be back at 4 o'clock sharp for the next presentation. Len will meet with you at the author table in the main room. Thanks so much.